Hi, it's Ingrid. Today we're going to talk about a question that my coworker posed to me, and I'm going to share my response with you and see what you all might think about it. We're going to walk and talk today because I tend to think better when I'm in motion. I like to call it a walking meeting, so that's what we're going to do right now. The question that my coworker posed to me was, how do poor people get ahead financially when they seem to always be behind on their bills and they're in debt? Now, when she initially gave me this question, I told her that I would really need to think about it and get back to her. The reason being is because it's really not a cut and dry thing. You see, I can only talk about my experiences in detail. But if I had to guess how people are making it in spite of the bills that may not be getting paid, in spite of all of the debt that they have, I would guess the one word to sum this up would be ingenuity. I looked up the definition for the word ingenuity because I hate to use words that I really don't know the true meaning of. And the online dictionary defines it as being clever enough to combine or devise a plan. And I think that's a good way to describe how people make it. You see, once upon a time, I was homeless. I slept in my car because I refused to go and live with my relatives again. Yep, I got to that point where I felt like the car is better than continuing to surf on other people's couches. Once I made up my mind that I was going to succeed, that started a process that eventually led me to where I am today, which is being a homeowner. Even as I'm speaking to you now, I'm walking around my neighborhood, and that is a true blessing. Back to the question this young lady did ask. You see, sometimes you're in a situation that looks very bleak. The way my faith is set up, I just believe that even if I don't see a way, I know that God has a way. And I believe that He puts people in our lives to assist us. I believe God sets things up supernaturally so that things can happen for us in the natural. And I also believe that you have to believe that a change is going to come. I also believe faith without works is dead. So, as a person struggling to come up financially, the ingenuity comes in because you definitely have to be open to different methods. You have to be willing to try new methods, and you have to be willing to stick with it. And even though I'm no longer homeless, I still do struggle balancing my budget, it is a struggle trying to figure out how much are we going to save, what are we going to spend on our utilities, our food, our entertainment, etc. But I'm so stubborn that I refuse to give up because eventually I feel like we'll be victorious. Even on a beautiful day like today, it's a little bit cloudy. I'm still rejoicing because I know that the sun is behind the clouds. So with that being said, my financial freedom also is behind those clouds. And if I just keep walking and keep moving and keep believing that things will get better, they will. And remember, it's not just you. The devil's lie is that it's just you. Another lie is that whatever is happening in this moment is forever. That's not true either. This is temporary. It's all temporary. So if we just hold on a little while longer and keep doing the best we can, things will get better. We will eventually catch up on all those bills and eventually get out of debt. It's the ingenuity, man. That's what I think. What do you think? Thank you for listening.